What's up, guys?
Well, congratulations on the win. Your performance was very technical, very measured. Where you started with the legs, you kind of worked his legs, and then got inside phone booth boxing before you put him away. Was all of that game plan was what you put together going in, or did you have to work on it on the fly?
Most of it was a game plan. I knew Randy's a tough guy. I knew he's a really good boxer, and he knows how to use that range. So I trained a lot for this fight exactly to do that, chop him up in the legs. Then after a little while, start working with my hands. And everything was connecting. I was feeling good in there. And, it paid off. It paid off just as I expected. And at the end, he started weaving my punches whenever I was able to corner him. So I felt like I'm going to clinch him right here. Try to go for a Darce. That was my initial plan. But when I saw that I could put in the knee, I said, let me push him a little bit, make sure the hands are not on the floor, and just blast him with the knee. It worked out, and I got the knockout.
Did he do anything that surprised you? It seems like in the first round he would have his back to the cage a lot at the end of the round, kind of to try to lull you in with his hands down before he'd come up with a hook. Did he do anything that surprised you?
Yeah, when he started doing that, I remembered the fight of Cody Garbrandt. So I think this guy's trying to fake me, fake me and blast me with some kind of punch. So I was keeping myself aware about that, not to get caught in anything stupid. But overall, I knew he was a technical guy. He could change up. He started kicking a little bit more in the second round. He found his range better in the second round. So I was just keeping myself patient, being disciplined with the leg kicks. I think that was a big thing in the fight. And at the end of the day, I think I put on, the kind of performance I want to put, show all the evolution since my last loss. And I'm an improving version of myself every single fight, and I felt like I showed that tonight.
And you obviously fought in Jacksonville in an empty arena where I think your coach was even FaceTiming in between rounds, and now you fought in the Apex. So what's the biggest difference?
The biggest difference from that is that this time my coach was here. He didn't have to FaceTime. Daniel from Brazil, from Sorado MMA. It was great. It was great having all the guys here. I just felt like everything clicked tonight. I was in my night. I felt good. I felt like I could go in there. And also I had a great training camp. For Nico, it was kind of different. The pandemic had just started, the quarantine, so I was still adapting a lot of my training. For this fight, it was pretty much like a normal camp. I had everything I needed to. I had great training partners, so everything worked out perfect.
And then one final one, you called out Nate Diaz at the end. He's not really a fighter that will come out to fight anybody. So are you confident that the UFC will even try to make that fight?
Man, the truth is I don't know if they are going to try it, but for me, Nate is a fighter, and fighters fight. And I'm the kind of fighter that, man, I'm going to put on an exciting fight no matter who it is. So Nate wants a big fight. I'm not going to sell it by talking, but I'm definitely going to sell it by fighting. He knows, and everybody knows, I'm going to step in there, and I'm going to try to take his head off. Even if he tries to take my head off, I'm going to keep him pushing. So if the UFC wants an exciting fight, if Nate wants to be in an exciting fight, I'm the name. I'm the guy, and I'm willing to fight anyone in the top 15 right now. I feel great. I like to keep myself active. I feel like that makes me evolve. Nate is the name I want in my mind right now, but, if it doesn't work out, no problem. I'm still going to be excited to fight another name in the top 15.
You speak about the top 15. Randy wasn't even listed in the top 15. Was it a little tough to get motivated to go in there and try to put on a great performance, knowing that it maybe wasn't going to be enough to move you up in the ranks?
It is tough sometimes, but what I try to do is I have a path. I want to fight. I'm a kind of guy that I want to keep myself active because that makes me get better. So in my mind, the big challenge in this fight was to show all my work. So be it with a top 15 or be it with Randy, which is a guy that he's not a top 15, but he's tough. So, I just wanted to show my improvements, show that I'm a guy that deserves to be at the level I am. A lot of people see my style. And, man, you got to respect my style. Even though not everybody might like my style, I'm not a guy that talks a lot of shit, but I get in there and fight. So, that's for me is the big deal. I want to fight. I couldn't get a top 15, but I wanted to fight in August. It made sense. Randy was up for it, and we did it.
Well, even looking at Nate Diaz, just going off the UFC rankings, is another guy that's behind you. So is it now for you, about finding exciting fights that you can showcase, maybe as opposed to just making sure you fight a guy above you in the rankings?
Yeah, and I mean, Nate Diaz is a super respected guy. You know, everybody knows what he's capable of, what he has accomplished. That's why I think it's a great name, even though he's underneath me in the ranking. It's a guy that will add a lot to my name, so that's why I won that fight. It's a super exciting fight in my mind. I mean, man, people see my highlights. You watch Nate's highlights. There's no way this isn't going to be a great fight.
And I know you called out Nate, but how soon till you want to get back in there? And besides Nate, is there another name that's maybe realistic that you think that you will have a chance to get in there with?
I don't know. You know, in the top 15, like I said, I'm open to anyone that wants to face me. Lately, that's not something that has happened a lot. People want to face me, so we'll see. But I definitely want a top 15 opponent. And the way I came out of the fight, I feel good. I feel healthy. Get a little bit of rest. And I think I could put another fight in this year, maybe December. I think that would be great. And my goal was to fight 3 times 2020. I think it's going to happen, so it's going to be great. Thank you. Appreciate it.